Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Women's Ninja Association Qualifier number 2, all the way at Warrior Tech in North Carolina. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Megan Budway. I am the founder and director of the Women's Ninja Association, joined right here actually by Miss Jen Sanders. She is our course director. She's going to be out there reffing our courses all day. We are super excited for you guys to be joining us for our young adults, teens, and masters division that we have for you this morning. These ladies are trying to qualify all the way to our finals later this year. And how do these ladies qualify? Well, today they're actually going to be running 2 different courses. We're going to see a speed course followed by a more technical course. The speed is going to be a little faster. You fall once and you're done. The tech, you get some retries out there. The qualification is going to be determined by a combined score of the speed and tech courses together, and the top 5 ladies from every division will qualify to that finals, which is going to be happening in March at Lee's Summit at Modus Ninja Warrior in Missouri. We've got 2 more qualifiers left this season. If you missed out on the action this weekend, we've got Dexterity Depot in January, and we've got Crescent City Ninja in February during Mardi Gras. So if your family wants to take a little vacation down there, get the whole family, do a little ninja, that's going to be a great one to go to. We've got a stacked field of ladies. We've got 3 young adults, we've got 3 teens, and we have 6 masters women taking on the courses today. Huge shout out to NinjaWorks for providing our graphics, our timers. They are the only timer of the Women's Ninja Association, and we are super grateful for their work putting everything together for us. Another big shout out to Warrior Tech for hosting us this weekend, to Matt and Justin and their incredible course design. This one means a lot to me. This is the home gym. I started 6 years ago here at Warrior Tech doing ninja, and it's just cool to come full circle and bring the Women's Ninja Association back home to Warrior Tech. It's just a very exciting full circle moment. But looking here, our ladies are going to have 8 obstacles to get through this morning on our speed course. This is a fall once and you're done style course. They will get to continue their run until their time runs out, but they will not be collecting any more points if they do have a fail during their 2 minutes on the course. Teens and young adults will have 2 minutes total, and the masters are going to have 3 minutes on their speed course this morning. We're going to get started here in about 1 minute with our first runner. All right, we're gonna have our first runner shortly. We just had one of our teens, a little bit of a late arrival, but she's here, and we're just gonna give her a quick walk through the course before we start our first runner. But if you're watching from home, tell us where you're from, who you're here to watch, your favorite part of this Christmas-themed course these ladies are about to run. You look at the obstacle list here: Santa sleigh, candy cane forest, 5 golden rings, cool runnings. If any of you guys understand that one, let me know. Lashang through the snow, elf on the shelf, peppermints, and rocking around the Christmas tree. Lots of fun. Matt and Justin did an incredible job of, they always have great themed courses at Warrior Tech. A couple years ago at Worlds, they had a video game, Mario themed course. This comp, we've got a Christmas course going on. Want to give another shout out to all of the North Carolina gyms around here. It's cool to see the community come together. We've got athletes from Level Up, from Warrior Tech, from Rock Solid. It's cool to see all the gyms come together and support Women's Ninja Association at our first league and our first North Carolina comp. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're gonna get started with our first runner. We've got Sophia coming out of Level Up. She was one of our last minute sign-ups. She saw the course yesterday, decided to sign up this morning. We love to see that. We're excited, but that does mean that she is our first runner today because of that later sign-up. But somebody's gotta do it, and Sophia's gonna take on the course. And we're starting, we've got Santa Sleigh. They're gonna run across those sleigh bars over to the candy cane forest. Jumping out, we've got 5 golden rings here that she's gonna swing through. She skips one of them, only needs 3 golden rings. Moving on now to Cool Runnings. Ooh, a little slip there, but that's okay. She's gonna keep going. She does get another course here. It looks like she might have just tripped a little bit over that box. But the good thing about the WNA is that you get 2 courses to run for our qualifiers. So, you know, you might have a little slip up early. You get another chance at another course later. But she's on now to Elf on the Shelf. If you look on each one of those shelves, there is an elf on top of it. This last shelf does drop. She goes for the sides, taking a backswing. She wants to stick this landing here. There is a ring that they can grab to help them. Jumps out to the rocking around the Christmas tree. She's gonna drop down to this quad step here. And a buzzer for Sophia. Little slip, but not a bad run overall. There we go. That is our first young adult female to run today, completing 5 golden rings. This, I think, is our biggest division of the weekend, which is cool. It's cool to see. I think like at Ascend and at this comp, like one of our biggest divisions is the Masters division, which is super cool. That's kind of the goal of WNA. We want to get, you know, older female athletes out on the course. And up next, we've got Aaliyah Fitzgerald. Her dad is part owner of Warrior Tech, so it's cool to see her out here. When I lived here, I used to know Aaliyah when she was a lot smaller. I saw her today, and I was like, when did you grow up? And she's crushing it all the way through the golden rings. Now she's gonna do Cool Runnings, little bobsled action there through the course, running now to Lashang through the snow. Anybody needs clothes for Christmas, there's a big old clothes hanger right there that you can use to hang up your ninja shirts under the tree. Just going down the chimney here. On now to Elf on the Shelf. Taking a backswing on that first shelf, gets the next one. Just grabbing the sides. Let's see where she goes for this one. Takes one extra backswing, make sure she's got it there. Goes for the sides on there. She does have to stick this landing. There's a little ring right there that you can use to get yourself down to the platform. And now she's gonna be jumping out to rocking around the Christmas tree. Sticking onto that quad step, running now across these peppermints. Some of them are on springs, some of them are on spinners. And she gets over to that buzzer for a full clear at 1 minute and 3 seconds. Great run by Aaliyah. We've got Olivia up next, another Warrior Tech young adult athlete taking on this course. Sprinting through the first obstacle, no stopping, right out to the candy cane forest, reaches out to that second ring, goes from the 3rd all the way to the 5th, takes a little backswing, making sure she has that dismount, running over now to Cool Runnings, trying to keep her footing underneath her. It's a little slippery, she's got it. Jumping up Reaching out to that strong hold ape hanger, to the regular close hanger. Just got to go down the chimney on this rotating truss. Pulling through that last ring to the dismount on now to elf on the shelf. These fun shelf grabs. Those first two are stable shelves. They do not swing. Throwing now to the dropping shelf. She's got to stick this landing. Uses her momentum right away to rock around the Christmas tree. She's got to stick onto this quad step here. Then across the peppermint run to a buzzer. That's going to be 52 seconds. We got a sub-minute speed course by Olivia that's going to put her in first place in the young adults. And we're going to move on now to our teen division. We got Anna up next, coming out of Rock Solid. She just got a quick walk through, so we're gonna make sure she knows where she's going on this course, but she looks like she is taking off right away. Tries to skip, doesn't quite get it, is able to adjust though to grab that next one. Is able to skip all the way now to the fifth one. Great adjustment by Anna on the course. She is now running into cool runnings. If you've ever watched bobsledding, you can see that like snake style path they have to run through. And if you know the Cool Runnings reference, you are now my new best friend. Swinging on the ape hanger, reaching to the close hanger, lashaying through the snow. Down the chimney she goes, sticks the landing. Reaching out for that first elf on the shelf. Oh, I thought she was gonna go for those links there. She was set so good on that second shelf. Very good job. Gotta stick this landing. Jumping out and around to rocking around the Christmas tree. It's got to stay on this quad step to the peppermint run, and she's got it. Great light footwork across the peppermints. That's going to be a minute and 1 second. Wait. Going to be Annalise up next, working her way through, running across, and she is already on obstacle 5, not even 30 seconds into this course run, making her way, lashaying through the snow, pulling through, jumps, takes a backswing on the first shelf, links through, reaches the front of that last elf on the shelf, looking to stick the landing, jumping out to the Christmas tree, pulling right over to the quad step, getting her footing on the peppermints. Incredible run, 44-second run out of Annalise. Looks like our teens are all full of girls with A names because we've got Ayla up next. And she is taking on the course, another level up athlete out here. She's got Coach Faith on the sideline. And Ayla is stepping her way across Santa's sleigh, running into Candy Cane Forest, jumping out right away. I've seen Ayla compete a lot, and she is a very speedy athlete. I'm excited to see her on the speed course, running through our Jamaican bobsled cool running path right away, reaches out right away to that close hanger. It's gonna set and pull through that last one, sticking this landing, jumping right away out to the first shelf, taking a backswing, linking through the elves on the shelves, wants to make sure that she sticks this landing here, jumps up to the Christmas tree, spotting that quad step, and across the peppermints, 42 seconds. That's gonna put Ayla in first place by 2 seconds on the speed course. Amazing run. We're gonna take a second. They're just adjusting a few things for our Masters Females course, and we're gonna have our Masters up next. We've got 6 Masters ladies fighting for 5 qualifying spots today on our course. Like I said, we're just making a few adjustments here for our masters. We've got 6 masters ladies going to take on this course here. They're going to have 3 minutes on the clock for their time limit. Same obstacles. All right, we've got Katie up now. We saw Katie's daughter, Dana, yesterday take on the course. That was her first competition. And now we've got Katie today at her first competition. So it's super cool to see this mother-daughter pair coming out, doing their first competitions at WNA. That's what our league is all about, encouraging more women. And Katie is an incredible OCR athlete. So no stranger to obstacles, but this is her first ninja competition. There's just making sure she starts on that starting platform, making sure she knows all the rules, and she's got it. Jumping on now to Lashang through the snow. She's got to jump up to that ape hanger, build her swing up. She does take Ninja Fit classes here at Warrior Tech, so she has been on obstacles, like I said, an OCR racer, so Spartan, Savage, those style obstacles. She should be very familiar with rings. She looks super comfortable here, pulling her way through. Getting some direction. Great dismount from Katie. On now to Elf on the Shelf. You can see a change here. We've got rings now between those shelf grabs for our Masters lady. A little bit closer dismount as well. We want to make sure we get them into this course. Dismounts right underneath them. Katie's got 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Heading on to rock around the Christmas tree. That ring is in play if they want to reach. Spin around, reach to that next ring. They've got to stick the landing here on this quad step. Hands are okay. It's a little slippery. They've got an extra step there as well to step through, and a full clear from Katie on her very first ninja course competition ever. We love to see that. Amazing work. 1 minute and 37 seconds. All right, we've got another Warrior Tech athlete here. This is Megan O'Brien. No stranger to competition. She actually, I think it was 2 years ago at Worlds, she broke her ankle. She fell off of, in the skills, there was a throwback. She just hit the mat weird, broke her ankle right there at Worlds, and she looks like she is not even like taking a step back in her training, coming back from an injury like that. She looks so strong, reaching out to that clothes hanger. She's got to go down the chimney, Lashang through the snow here, looking for that dismount. She's got to stick this landing. Great lean out to the next obstacle, making sure she doesn't fall off of that platform. Reaching through, going for a sideways approach on those shelves. I really like that. She's got to go right to the dismount there. Great link off of there. Jumps out to the Christmas tree. She's got to stick this carpeted quad step. Doesn't even use her hands on there. Going for the tire. And that is a clear by Megan in under a minute. 55 seconds for Megan O'Brien. Great job. We've got Miss Jenny McCall up next. Those of you that watch Ninja Warrior, you're big Ninja fans. You should know this woman. Her daughter is Jessie Graff. We are so excited to have Jenny. Jenny lives in North Carolina, so when I saw her sign up on here, I was super stoked to see her on this course. She's got 3 minutes to get through this course. Great backswing, skipping the rings, going right to that platform. Jenny is cruising through this course. To the bobsled, making sure she's got her footing underneath her. Hands are okay for our masters. Oh, steps back off the dismount. She is moving through now. Not sure if we're going to give her that point or not, but we are going to let her continue on this course no matter what. We want to see her get all the way through our speed course here. She is going down the chimney on the rings here. Looks like we might have given her that point. I think she might have crossed the plane. I'm going to talk to Jen about that. Anyway, where Jenny is going to keep going now. She is on the Elf on the Shelf. She's reaching to the front of that. The dismount's going to be right underneath her. She's got to get to it. There she is. Now she's moving to rocking around the Christmas tree. She's got plenty of time left on the clock to clear this course. It's Got to make sure she's got the endurance here. Jenny is one of the, I would say, one of the strongest. The fact that she's got the endurance to get through the courses that she does is just absolutely impressive to me. Uses the tire, gets to the buzzer, and she is a clear there. 1 minute and 31 seconds to the buzzer. Amazing work out of Jenny. Fantastic. We love to see our masters and our adult females getting to buzzers. That's what we're about here. And we've got Jessica up now. She's wearing a Triangle Rock Club shirt. Rock climber here, taking on a Ninja Warrior course. Sliding through Candy Cane Forest, reaching out to those rings. Nice, great work. She's got to get all the way to that green dismount. She's got it, no problem. Heading into cool runnings.
I don't think I'm gonna need it, but you never know. I sweat like a
Great job, Jessica. Made her way through. We're on now to Lashang through the snow, getting a little bit of chalk before getting on this upper body obstacle. Jumps up to the stronghold. She's got to build her swing up so that she can reach up into that clothes hanger. Great, good pull back. Great one-arm strength, pulling through to those rings. That truss does rotate a little bit. You don't want your swing to get too wonky because you do have to stick this landing. And she's got it. On Elf on the Shelf, reaches right away to that first ring. Gets her hands on the side. I like that corner approach, one hand on the front, one hand on the side. Reaching to that next ring. This last one does drop, but it should take them right to their platform if they can hold on. She's got it. 1 minute, 48 seconds left on the clock. She's got to reach out to rock around this Christmas tree, deciding which hand she wants to trust to hold on for this little ride here. Matches, great match there. She's got to stick this carpeted quad step. Hands are okay on this obstacle. Smart move there. Getting her feet underneath her, going to that tire, going to that quad step, and another full clear for Jessica at 1 minute and 34 seconds. Great work, Masters. We've got 2 runners left in our Masters division, and Lisa is up next, coming to us from Crescent City in New Orleans. You're also going to see Lisa make an appearance later at our Crescent City Qualifier, but she wanted to come out to more than one WNA comp, and we are happy to have her here. Lisa put up impressive runs at WNL Worlds last year. Such a strong competitor. Pulls right through that last ring, a little 180 dismount. Moving on to cool runnings. Staying high up on those slippery steps. Jumping up to the stronghold, Lashang through the snow here. Great pull up to that clothes hanger. Wants to get a little pull back here, making sure she's got her momentum. Skipping the first ring to the second one, looking for that dismount, sticks the landing. On now to Elf on the Shelf. Each one of those shelves has a little elf on the top of it. Goes for the front. That was actually a crazy move there. Somehow doesn't peel off the front of that second shelf. Jumps out to the Christmas tree, takes her right to the next ring. But now she's got to stick that. Hands are okay on this obstacle, but she doesn't need them. Cranes the top of the quad step. Using that tire, getting on and off those peppermints. That's going to put her in second place with a 106 clear of speed. And our final Masters female and runner for this speed is going to be Miss Adrienne Dombrowski. We're going to see her daughter run elites later. Adrienne, they came up to our WNA at MLab, and you're going to see them at every single other WNA comp this season, which is super exciting, but they are here at Warrior Tech. She's pulling her way through. Great speed into cool runnings, no slowing down. She is not hesitating at all between any obstacles, making sure she knows where she's going. Her daughter, Ava, out there coaching her on the course. She's got that close hanger pulling back, reaching to the ring. Looks like she almost wanted to go for a dismount, but decides to use that last ring. Jumps out to the ring, doesn't need that first elf on the shelf. It should drop her right down to that dismount. She's got it. She's rocking around the Christmas tree, jumping out to that tree. Wants to spot her landing here, uses that ring to steady herself. Uses the tire, the peppermints, and a clear at 1:01 for Adrian. That's gonna put her in second place on our speed course. Amazing. So these are our speed course results right here. For our teens, we've got Ayla, Annalise, and Anna, all of our A names. For our young adults, we've got Olivia, Aaliyah, and Sophia. And then for our masters, Megan O'Brien's taking that first spot with an under-minute run, followed by Adrian, Lisa, Jenny, Jessica, and Katie. We're gonna take, I would say, probably about a 20-minute break or so. We're gonna switch over to our tech course. We're gonna walk these ladies through the tech course rules, give them a chance to walk through, formulate their plans before we come back to you. The results of our speed course will be the reverse run order for the tech course. So you'll see that whoever, placed the highest on the speed will be going last in their division on that tech course. And just as a reminder, if you missed out on Warrior Tech, we have 2 more qualifiers left this season. January 10th and 11th, you can do a little doubleheader action with Gravity Forge. They're gonna have a W&L that same weekend. Jackson's gonna be putting together some courses. You can do, for your division, we mirrored our schedule essentially. So if you do W&A Saturday, you can do Gravity Forge W&L Sunday. Or if you do W&A Sunday, you can do Gravity Forge Saturday. So the gyms are super close together. It's gonna be a great doubleheader. Followed by, in February, during Mardi Gras, you can head to Crescent City Ninjas in Louisiana for another great qualifier. It can be a fun vacation. You can have a girls' weekend, do some Mardi Gras, do some ninja. It's gonna be a great time. But we will be right back in about 20 to 30 minutes with the rest of our tech course. You're gonna see who's gonna qualify, who's gonna be crowned the champion of our Warrior Tech qualifier. Don't go anywhere. Hello, hello, and welcome back for our tech portion of our WNA Season 1 qualifier here at Warrior Tech OCR in North Carolina. If you tuned in earlier, you saw our teens, young adults, and masters take on our speed course, and now these ladies are going to have the opportunity to take on a more challenging, longer technical course to figure out who's going to be the champion of our second qualifier. If we look over at the overall leaderboard, the goal is to have the highest placements on both courses combined. So if you look, you see everybody has one placement and then they have a 0 in their next placement. That's going to be filled with whatever they place on this tech course. The lowest place total that you have, the higher you are. But let's say that both, we're going to look at masters. Let's say Megan and Adrian, they both, Megan has 1 point, Adrian has 2. Let's say Adrian gets first on tech and Megan gets second on tech. They're both going to have a combined total of 3 points. But because Adrian was higher on the tech course, that's going to give her the win because the tech course is going to determine the overall tiebreaker if we have that placement. It's going to be a combined of both. The rules of our tech course. This is a retry system here at WNA. So every obstacle gets 3 tries total. It's not 3 tries across the board. Every obstacle you get 3 tries. These retries do not count against your final score, and the clock pauses with every try on the course. So if they, misstep on the first one, they'll go back to the starting line. We'll wait till the obstacles reset. They'll get another countdown. They'll get to go again. The 3 tries on every single obstacle. If for some reason they miss all 3 tries on an obstacle, they can continue on the course. Their time will keep going, but they will not be accumulating points. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys back at home. Our young adults and our teens are going to have 4 minutes. Our masters are going to have 4.5 minutes on this Christmas themed course. We got a bunch of other fun obstacles. Ice skates, down the chimney, over the river and through the woods, to the North Pole, Santa hats, peppermints, Nightmare Before Christmas, Oh Christmas Tree. You're going to see a couple obstacles reused from our speed course to get our ladies flowing through this course in a really fun way. I'm so excited to watch everybody take it on here. Our run order is actually not right there. It's mixed, but we should have our young adults first, then our teens, then our masters. I will make sure we have the right person up on the board when it's their turn to go. Sophia is going to be our first runner. We saw her first on the speed course. She's also going to be our first runner here on the tech course. Thank you guys so much if you're tuning in at home. We're excited to bring this action from Warrior Tech in North Carolina. Matt and Justin have made an amazing course, and you're about to see Sophia take it on. This is the same from our previous. You had our Santa sleigh and our candy cane slider. Now we've got WNA wrapped. We've got these pretty heavy wrapped boxes. There's cliffhangers on one side. There's a little ledge on the other. They can use the truss at the end to lachet to, and we see Sophia now reaching out to one side, getting to that truss right away. Great job to Sophia. Gets through WNA wrapped, and now we have our ice skates. These do roll underneath the ladies. It's a great balance obstacle. I know personally this one, I would not be great at this one, but Sophia made it look easy and gets it through her first try. She's going down the chimney now. She's gonna have to lachet off of that stronghold or reach up into that truss. That truss up there does rotate. She is not allowed to engage the black part of the truss, so she has to turn it just like that. Sophia's gonna make her way down to just a landing platform so she can spill over the front. And she's headed over now to over the river and then through the woods to grandmother's house. She gets over the river. Now, we are allowed to force moves at WNA, so they have to utilize every part of this balance obstacle. They have to use all of the logs to go around our forest there, through the trees. She's going through the woods, trying to get to Grandma's house for all of her presents this Christmas. They have to climb up onto the structure here, and they're going to be jumping down to a tire for their dismount. Sophia's got it. She's moving on to the North poles. They can use their hands and feet on any part of this obstacle here. This is a long one. We love our retry system for the fact that, you know, it lets ladies, if they get on an obstacle, they don't quite get it, they get a couple more opportunities. But this obstacle right here is definitely one that I personally would not want to retry. It's a longer obstacle. You can over grip pretty easily on these PVC pipes. We don't. Oh, see if she can get up. She can pinch grip, climb up that last pole. Her dismount is that green mat there. Oh no, and a little slip up. And unfortunately, Sophia is going to have to retry this long obstacle here. You can see it in her face. She's tired, deciding that she does not want to continue through that obstacle. So she is going to take the fail there, and she's going to keep going through the rest of the course.
You can do this. You got this, Sophia. Come on, Sophia. Have some fun. You got it. Come on, lady. Knock it down.
Reaches out to the white. They have to engage the Santa hats on this obstacle. They have to only use the white part of the Santa hats on this obstacle. She's got it. She's lashaying to the orange. And on now to the peppermints. You saw this in our speed course. It's a different iteration. The first one spins. The middle ones are on springs, and the last one is stable, and she's walking her way through onto Nightmare Before Christmas. You'll see she'll swing out off of that wooden ring. And this board here is going to drop. Decides she doesn't want to do that one. She wants to get on to Oh Christmas Tree, the last obstacle. Reaching up, they're going to have to take that skyhook style Christmas tree, pop it off. Oh, she's just going to go for the dismount off of that tree. And that's going to do it for Sophia's run. Great work. She was one of our last minute signups. We're really glad that she decided to sign up and take on the course. This is a long one. 4 minutes is a long time to be hanging on the course, hanging on your hands. But she fought through it, and we are moving on now to our next young adult runner, which is going to be Aaliyah is up next. If you guys are tuning in at home on the live stream, let us know what your favorite Christmas-themed obstacle you see on this course is. There's so many fun ones. And Aaliyah is off, striding through Santa's sleigh, down the candy cane slider, moving into W&A wrap. She decides she's going to use the cliffhangers on the side, reaching for that bowl. Does take a retry, but now she knows what it feels like. The good thing about the retry system is that they can kind of adjust their plan. They know what it feels like. They know how the obstacle moves. Maybe they'll grab a different part. Reach earlier, reach later. So Aaliyah gets another try on W&A wrap. Still decides she wants to go for those cliffhangers. Gets a better grip on that bowl. No, but then misses her other hand. Another reset here. She does get one more try. Come on, Aaliyah. We want to see you get through this obstacle. Let's get it, Aaliyah. Reaches further out on those cliffhangers. Squeezes that bolt. No, but her hand just opens up. And unfortunately, she will be done collecting points at this point. But she can still use her whole time limit to try out these super fun Christmas obstacles that Warrior Tech has made for these ladies. There she goes. I've talked about this before. You know, every ninja at some point in our career has had early falls in courses. It's just how the course goes, you know. But those early falls, when you don't have the pressure anymore on you, you can go one of two ways. You know, you can be disappointed and upset in yourself and, you know, which is a valid emotion, but also if you don't have that pressure on you anymore, you're not racing a clock, you're not collecting points, it's the opportunity to just push yourself. There, you know, you've got nothing to lose at this point, and you can really push yourself through a course and see what you're made of in a competition setting. So we're seeing Aaliyah is not letting up off the gas here. She's continuing through these obstacles, and that's what we love to see. It's a great learning opportunity. Every failure we have in the sport is a lesson to teach us about ourselves, how we can grow as an athlete. And Aaliyah is making her way through the woods, climbing up the silver into Grandma's house. There she goes. On now to the North Poles. I would argue this is, oh, she skips the first one, reaches up. I would argue this is probably the pumpiest obstacle in this course. Though you're using your feet there, you know, you can shake out a little bit, you're still, that round grip on the PVC, often our athletes will over grip on an obstacle like this, and that's kind of what pumps them out, being on their hands in that weird, slippery grip for a long time. But Aaliyah is making her way through the North Poles here. One more black pole. She can use her feet to pinch and get as high as she can. We can see her straining. She wants to be able to get to that dismount. Gets her hand on it. She's looking for that green mat. She can use the sides too there if she can pull herself around. And she's got it! A clear of the North Poles. You can see in her face she's looking a little tired here. Catching her breath, shaking out her arms. Santa Claus hats are up next. They have to use the white part. Decides she's good. She doesn't want to do that obstacle. Shaking her head. She is pumped out. Moving on to the peppermints. We talked about this yesterday to our competitors off stream. Just the course design in WNA. You know, we don't want these to be gimme courses. You know, you assume that when we design courses for ladies that they're going to be easy. We want everyone at the buzzer. That's not true. We still want our competitors to feel challenged and motivated to work, but we just want them to feel like, you know, they're not just racing to obstacle number 2 and hoping whoever can get there the fastest can get there. We still want the ladies to feel challenged, but also, you know, motivated and encouraged. And that's going to do it for Aaliyah's run. Way to stick it into the course, stick through the course after an early fall. That's what we want to see here at WNA. That puts her in second place right now. Puts her on the overall leaderboard in second place as well, with one athlete left to go. And that's going to be Olivia Burke. Our last young adult, another Warrior Tech athlete, stepping up to the course. And she's off. Sprinting through these first couple obstacles. So Olivia's in a really good position, being the last runner since she had the fastest time on speed. She knows exactly what she needs to do in order to win. At this point, the furthest we've had somebody get through is they got through the woods. So if she can get through the North Poles or get through the woods faster than Sophia, she will guarantee that first place spot. But one thing that I also love about the combined, that pushes back on her. The combined scoring is that it can really be anyone's game, you know? People make mistakes anywhere. You can get third on one course, first on the other, and just the whole combination. I love it. It's anyone's game. You're not done after your first course. You still have to fight through another one for that first place. Olivia's trying to figure out these ice skates here. Great job, second try. We love a retry system, and she is going down the chimney now. Swinging on that strong hold. Reaching up. She has to rotate the truss. She cannot use any of the black part of this truss here. Looking for that dismount. And she is now going over the river and through the woods. They have to use all parts of this obstacle No skips allowed on this. Use the obstacle as intended as they traverse their way all the way around our trees there. Hands and feet are okay on that punching bag. And she is through the woods on now to the North Poles. I'm not sure her time to this point in comparison to Sophia's. So she really wants to get through this obstacle here to secure that first place spot. And this is a long one. Reaches right away up to that cliffhanger. Aaliyah's reminding her to not overgrip, not pump herself out on this obstacle. Use her legs as much as possible to take that weight off of her hands as she's moving through. She's got to get a little bit of a pullback, make sure she can reach that next pole. Squats down to extend her reach there. Slow and steady is probably the goal through this obstacle, making sure that she can get that point, secure that first place spot. She's got to use her feet to pinch. I have terrible hip flexors, so this one is really difficult for me. But she is almost there. She just needs the no! Slides down right at the dismount. Oh, she still has a minute left, though, to get this point. That is unfortunate. That is the retry system, I'm telling you, is a love-hate relationship. We love that they get more opportunities on these courses to retry, to get through the obstacle, but we also hate it for this reason right here. When you get through a gauntlet of an obstacle and you just miss the dismount and have to go do it all over again. She does have 30 seconds left on the clock, though, so if she wants to get through it, she's going to have to start moving. Shaking out those hands. This is where you really show what you're made of here. You grit, and you just move through, and she is moving at a great pace. She's got 12 seconds. Goes for the dismount. We love to see it. And that's going to do it for Olivia's. However, she is taking second place on this course, which was her first place overall. So she is going to take that win with a 3-point place total there. What a run out of Olivia. She was fighting until the end, but because of that first place on speed and second place, she does have only 3 points for her place total, which gave her that first place run. Sophia taking second and Aaliyah in third. All three ladies will be qualifying to finals. We love to see it. What a great run from our young adults. I think we're turning the volume up on our NinjaWorks timer here, making sure Jen can hear it from all points of the course. And we're moving on now to our teen females. Anna is up first, coming out of Rock Solid, another local North Carolina gym. Taking on this course, already on to WNA Wrapped. There are little ledges. There's a little bit of a lip in there, but it's not a fun one. So you want to get on and off this obstacle as quickly as possible. Using that truss is okay, and she is out of there. Onto the ice skates. The only foothold that is available is that little white round one at the end there, and Anna gets it first try onto down the chimney. They must lâcher or reach up to that rotating truss, and they cannot engage the black part of the truss that is covered, so they have to spin it. She's got to make sure, oh, spun it a little too far there. I think she just reached a little too far down, and when you're on one arm and then the truss spins at the same time, it's definitely something that's a little difficult to hold onto as it spins you off. But she gets another try on this obstacle. She's gonna be able to adjust her hand placement. There, the middle, smart move there. Now it's gonna rotate less, and she's gonna get to that dismount. She's good. Jen's gonna give it to her. All right, she's going over the river and through the woods. Again, they have to use every part of this obstacle to get to Grandma's house, to clear this obstacle. Unfortunately, her foot did touch there. She tried to save herself on the silver. So we're gonna redo. The good thing about this one, it's not really like exhausting your body to redo this one. More so, it's just eating up your time limit that you have on the course. Walking her way through. They cannot, if they brush up against those trees, incidental is okay. They cannot lean against them or use them to get through the obstacle as they walk on the logs. Gets a better step this time out to that little unstable one. Jumping over to the tire, and that's a clear. Anna now on the North Poles. Are we gonna see our first clear on this obstacle today? Monkey bars through. Opting not to use her feet yet. If you've got the endurance, use it. Ooh, slides down a little bit. There you go. She settles herself on that obstacle, finding her feet. Reaching out to the next one. That transfer right there, when you're moving your feet from one to the other, is probably the scariest part of this obstacle, because you have to really rely on your hands and over gripping that PVC. She's swinging it to make sure, there we go. Great use of steadying herself, pulling that obstacle to her, letting it swing closer so she can get her whole body on it. Wind chimes is a very old school obstacle. I feel like a lot of the younger competitors have not trained a lot of wind chimes. Keep those hands, come on, Anna. Keep those legs up. Trust your grip here, Anna. Get your legs over. You just gotta push across to that dismount. Make sure we might have lost connection there for a second. Not sure what happened, but a very good run. She should be super proud of that one. Hopefully you guys are still with me on the live stream. All right, we've got Annalise up next. All right, there we go. We're back. Sorry, guys, we lost connection there for a second, but we are back, and we've got Annalise already on W&A, wrapped on this course. Is able to save herself on the truss. Moving now to the ice skates. She's got to skate her way across this board. Warrior Tech always has the most creative obstacle. She's good. She did not touch the plank at all. They just come up with, they take a theme and they run with it, and they come up with so many fun designs. And Annalise is moving down the chimney now. This is a long course. I mean, you think that 4 minutes and 30 seconds is a long, or 4 minutes for these ladies is a long time limit, but once you stack obstacles, you know, you gotta do back to back to back. You put in any retries and it does eat up that time limit, but Annalise is clean to this point so far. Thank you in the chat. Appreciate it, Doug, letting me know that we are back in connection. Annalise is jumping over to that tire. And on the North Poles, the faster we can get through this obstacle. This is an obstacle that I feel like in walkthrough, I would spend most of my walkthrough planning. You know, like where I'm gonna put my feet, when I'm gonna reach, what hand I'm gonna reach with. Because if you don't have this obstacle perfectly planned out, not that I'm saying it's gonna be executed, because in, you know, Ninja, anything can happen. But it's definitely one I would spend a lot of time writing and figuring out my movements. I write down my course plans as well, like what leg I'm going to use, what hand I'm going to use. And Annalise is going for the dismount from up there, and she's got it! She's still got 2 minutes left on the clock. We can see her pushing all the way to the buzzer. Ooh. One of our shorter athletes here. She might have to lâcher to this one. Yes! Great adjustment by Annalise. She's not quite able to reach out to tap it, so she's gonna have to lâcher these. But she's got that no problem to the dismount. Plenty of time on the clock. She is clean run to this point. 1:15 left on the clock. Nightmare Before Christmas. That was the obstacle name because this one was a little bit of a nightmare to figure out how they were gonna rig, but Matt and Justin did a great job with it. Looking for that dismount. There is a ring that they can help stick on the platform. She's got a minute left to get through. Oh, I love to see the idea of a jump out. She was very close to that jump actually, but this time she's gonna use the first Christmas tree on our Oh Christmas Tree obstacle. Lachey's, another Christmas tree there. She can push it up, hook it onto another side of that hook here, kind of like a sky hook style obstacle. They're looking for a big dismount, pulls back, and a full clear with one retry used for Annalise. Such an incredible run. 3 minutes and 22 seconds to the buzzer. Finally seeing one of our athletes clear this course. We love to see that. Amazing job to Annalise. We've got one teen female left in our run order. Then we're gonna be jumping over to our masters ladies. Ayla's gonna be our last teen runner. She got first on our speed course. So she needs to get first on this course in order to secure that first place. If she gets second, the tiebreaker will go to Annalise on this course. Working her way through, speeding through, trying to not use any of this time limit in the first handful of obstacles here. Great use of that cliffhanger. She looks very calm and in control. Awesome job. Just like I talked about with Olivia and the young adults, Ayla's in a really good position getting that first place in speed because she knows exactly what she needs to do now in order to get that first place spot. She has to clear this course in under 3 minutes and 22 seconds. If she wins first, great save, adjustment forward using that lunge, and she is going down the chimney now. Cannot engage the black part of this obstacle, taking big swings on that rotating truss. Not sure, we're having a little Wi-Fi. The weather here is not great today. It is pouring down rain, so if we have a little Wi-Fi glitches, I apologize in advance, but Ayla's making her way. She went through over the river, and now she's going through the woods, stepping on these logs. Around the corner, there is another step back behind that green. Makes her way through. She's clean up to this point. Monkey barring through. She wants to get through this obstacle in one shot. She does not want to waste her time. She does not want to waste her grip on the North Poles. She's looking very calm here. Another one of our shorter athletes too. Trying to get her foot placement, but not letting that, get into her head. She's staying calm and in control, adjusting as she needs to. She doesn't look like she's tired at all. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Looking for the dismount here to the green. She's got it. 1:50 left on the clock, going right away into the Santa hats. Let's see what she's going to try to do here. Goes for the lache, doesn't even try to waste time knocking it down. She's got another Santa hat here. They have to use both Santa hats. Goes for the lache, pulls it back, pulls to that dismount. 1:30 left on the clock. She is going for that first place time, not wasting any time. Clean run to this point, 1:26 as she's on Nightmare Before Christmas. Got to keep those legs up. Legs are okay on the shower bars here. Looking for that dismount. There's a ring that they can use to save themselves. We're on the last obstacle. If she can clear this, her first shot does the jump. She's gonna get that first place. She's got a little more height than her training partner, and she uses it, pulls back, clean run at under 3 minutes, and that's going to put Miss Ayla as our first place in tech, our first place overall, sweeping our teens. Great job to Ayla. That's our teen and our young adult results there. Then we're gonna have, I'm laughing because we're making a little adjustment to one of the obstacles for the Masters females. We're gonna take a really quick break. We're gonna adjust some things on the Masters female course before we put them on here. So I'll tell you guys a little bit more about our schedule, how you can participate in the Women's Ninja Association while we take our break here. I want to give a huge shout out to Ninja Works, the one and only timer for the Women's Ninja Association. They put together all of these, everything we asked them for. We asked them essentially to create a brand new format for our tech course with the retry system, but with the clock stopping and the extra retry, and they got it no problem for us. All these graphics that you see, all the scoring on our website, everything is done, and they even gave us the purple scoring system for our live stream. We're the only ones that have that, so huge shout out to everyone at Ninja Works. So great to work with their system. I literally cannot say enough amazing things about Ninja Works, so thank you so much for their partnering with us this season. Another incredible shout out to Warrior Tech, the whole crew here, Matt and Justin, for their Christmas course design. I've been talking about this throughout the weekend, but this one specifically, this qualifier means a lot to me personally. Warrior Tech is the gym that I started doing ninja at 6 years ago. Walked in to train for a Spartan race, learned very quickly that I really don't like running, but the obstacles were super fun. So Matt and Justin convinced me to stick around, take some adult class, do an in-house competition, and it just went from there. 6 years later, I'm back in the gym I started in. Their support throughout those 6 years has been incredible. Their support of the Women's Ninja Association and this vision that I've had for Ninja. I'm very, very blessed and happy to be back at Warrior Tech with this incredible environment here. So huge shout out to everybody at Warrior Tech. Just as a reminder, for these ladies to qualify for our Season 1 finals, they are running 2 courses. They had a speed course you guys saw, and you just saw the tech course for the teens and young adults. We're about to get the Masters on there. Qualifications determined by a combined score of both courses. The tiebreaker does come down to that tech course, and the top 5 in every division will be qualifying straight to finals, which will be at Modus Ninja Warrior in Lee's Summit, Missouri at the end of March. You could have seen a lot of their courses recently. They just put on the Premier Series finals. They're a huge gym. Incredible course designers like Donovan Matoyer is out there. So you don't want to miss qualifying for that. If you missed out on Ascend, you missed out on Warrior Tech, we still have 2 other qualifiers for you this season. We've got Dexterity next month, January 10th and 11th, which actually, if you really want to, you can get 2 comps that weekend because Gravity Forge is doing a W&L comp the same weekend, and they worked with us so you can do our comp one day for your division, and you can do their W&L comp the next day for your division. So shout out to Gravity Forge, Dexterity, Matt Bradley, amazing course designer. Jackson will be over at Gravity. We're very excited for that. And then Crescent City Ninjas in February. That is during Mardi Gras. You want to plan a girls' weekend, that's going to be the one to do it. Get your favorite ninja ladies, plan a trip, do some Mardi Gras, do some ninja. It's gonna be a great time down at Crescent City in February, and again, all leading up to those finals in March. We are quickly adjusting our Masters female course over. We will be back in, I would say, about 5 minutes with you guys, so don't go anywhere. All right, we're gonna get our first Masters lady up here shortly. We've got 6 Masters females. They have 4.5 minutes. You're gonna see the same obstacles, but some adjustments, some closer platforms, shorter obstacles. We just wanna make sure that we are adjusting for every division, and I'm excited to watch them. We're gonna get the party started, our Christmas party here on another fun Christmas themed course. We've got 6 Masters ladies. I love that Masters and adults are our biggest division this weekend. That's awesome. We've got Katie. Once our camera decides to connect, there it goes. Katie is heading off on Santa's sleigh. Just a reminder, this is Katie's first competition ever. We're so excited that she came out to try out the Women's Ninja Association. Jumping out. Oh, just misses a jump. That's okay. She gets more tries on this obstacle. She knows what it feels like now. Very strong OCR athlete. She's trying to make sure she can get her hands. There we go. She wants to even it out. Little tap. Squeezes. Gets the dismount her second try. That's why we love our retry system. She's on now to our ice skates. Great balance there out of Katie. Wants to do kind of like a lunge situation. Try to push straight down on the ice skate. Lean forward. Gets it first try. Great job to Katie. On now to down the chimney. For this obstacle, an adjustment that we made, we put that hanger back that you saw in our speed course. We also moved the black padding a little further down on the rotating truss so that they don't have to pull up as much to get into, oh, it looks like we took it off completely, even better. So they can reach anywhere on that rotating silver truss, get a big swing, reach as far as they need to. And now she's gonna go on the inside of that truss there. Great adjustment by our course designers and Jen for our Masters females. Now she's gonna go over the river here, keeping her feet up on this magneted ring. She's good. Yep, just a little incidental there. Looked like it didn't really help her at all, honestly. If anything, she scraped the top of her foot and it slowed her swing down. So she's gonna go over the river and now she's heading through the woods. There's a log on the other side over there that I'm pretty sure is flipped flat. Yep. She can use anywhere on that punching bag. And now that last step is flipped over and they're going to the tire, and Katie's got 2:10 left. For our Masters, they are starting on those orange mats are their starting platform. So we basically cut this obstacle in half for our Masters females, as you saw for our previous divisions. It's still a long obstacle. It still doesn't make it that much easier. You still have to traverse, pinch that PVC with your hands and feet. It can be very tiring. And they do have one more pull. The dismount platform, there we go. Good catch by Jen there, making sure the platform is in the right place. Didn't slow Katie down at all, and we're moving on to our Santa hats. Swinging through. The Santa hats are down for this division. There's a nice cliffhanger ledge inside of that Santa hat there. Great lâché by Katie to that trapeze bar. Looking for that orange mat as a dismount. Takes one extra swing, making sure she's got that dismount there. And she's there. Amazing run so far by Katie. I can't believe this is her first competition ever. She's looking like a seasoned pro out here. 53 seconds left on the clock. She's on to the Nightmare Before Christmas. Reaching up, it's gonna lower down. Good swing up. Once she gets high enough on there, she can, great, that was a good heel hook there, hooking actually her toe in. Trying to get comfortable, you know, for our taller athletes, you are very squished in there. She's got to reach up there. You know, your arms are exhausted by this point. 15 seconds left on the clock. We want to see if we can get her to that dismount. Matt's holding onto that platform, just making sure that it doesn't move on our Masters. And she's got it. 3 seconds left on the clock here. And that is going to do it for Katie's run. First competition ever, making it to the last obstacle with one retry. It's actually crazy. Great job. You gotta know she's feeling exhausted. Obstacle endurance is no joke. I swear, like, I could feel great in my cardio. I could go for a run. I could do whatever kind of cardio that I'm practicing, and then the second that I get on a course and I have to do obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, it's exhausting. It's a different type of endurance. But very good job there to Katie. That puts her first place on speed, or on tech right now, sixth place on speed. We've got Jessica up next. They're just making sure the course is reset, ready to go for Jessica. And we've got Jessica up next, going across Santa's sleigh onto the candy cane. Jessica wearing that triangle rock shirt. When I lived in the area, that was my favorite place to go climbing. There's so many good locations around the triangle. She's eyeing up where she wants to go. She wants to go on both sides, one side. Gets her hands in there, kicks off the truss. Great job, first try. It looks like our presents are getting a little unwrapped there, but we love to see it. WNA unwrapped. She's making her way across the icicles, leaning forward. Great use of leaning forward there, getting through. Something I need to teach myself on a balance obstacle, always fall forward. No matter, keep your momentum forward, fall forward to that platform, and that was a great job out of Jessica as she is on now to down the chimney. And misses it the first try. I'm sorry again, I don't know what's going on with our live stream camera here. It's got to be something with the Wi-Fi, but she. Sorry guys, we're waiting for the connection to come back. I'm not sure, we had 0 issues yesterday with the live stream. We keep losing connection somehow to OBS. There we go. We're back up now, guys. Sorry about that. But Jessica is going over the river, gets it her second try. Now she's got to go through the woods. Thank you guys for sticking with us for that little drop there. In signal, once we finish the Masters division, I'm going to take a look at that, and hopefully we won't have this issue the rest of the day. But Jessica is making her way around the trees, through the woods, trying to get to Grandma's house for Christmas. Pulling herself up. She's got to go around to that tire, and she's got it. Great work out of Jessica. 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the clock. We're on our north poles now. She's reaching out, getting that first pole, making sure her feet are comfortable. That ring is okay to use to get herself to the next one. She's got to make sure she gets her feet where she wants them on that peg before she transfers her hands over. I think this last couple are the hardest part of this obstacle, transferring from one wind chime to the next. And then she can use that pole to get herself to the green. And that's a clear. 50 seconds left on the clock, moving on to the Santa hats. Taking a little rest here, 39 seconds there. Jumping out. Looks like she's got probably her son there chalking her up. That's really cool to see. Looking for a lache here. Oh, a little short on that lache. She does have time. She's got 20 seconds. But she says that she is good on there. Amazing run by Jessica, getting deep into our course. And that's going to do it for her. Awesome work. That's going to put her 5th place overall on our leaderboard. Great job to Jessica. And up next, we've got Miss Jenny on the tech course. Another North Carolina athlete here. We've seen her several times on American Ninja Warrior. You've seen her daughter, Jessie, on American Ninja Warrior. So cool to have her make the trip out to our first WNA comp. Oh no! A little fall backwards. She's gonna have to get her momentum a little more forward on that one. But now she knows what it feels like. We love our retry system here. Just a little bit more forward momentum on there. There it is. There, she's got it. Wants to use one side of the cliffhanger. Very smart move. Holds tight. Look at that grip strength out of Jenny to the green, and she gets it her second try. Skateboard. My dad and I went over the summer and got to train with Jenny, and she trains very hard, especially at balance obstacles. And you can see right there, gets through it no problem. Her first try, the amount of balance training that this woman does, I should probably take a lesson from her, to be honest with you. But she is on now to down the chimney, holding on to that strong hold. It's got to reach up to that ape hanger. Big swing. Oh, tries to go her first one. I respect that. She's going to have to build her swing up a little bit more to get that reach. Oh, hold on, Jenny. Oh my gosh, she's able to hold on to that hanger as she twists around. Getting a hand in that truss, bring your other hand with her. Pop that hand up, no! Wow. She will get another try. It looks like she was just grabbing, there's like a V on the truss, and if you get your hand inside of that V, you don't really have a lot of placement for your hand on there. So I'm hoping this time she's gonna be able to adjust and try to get her hand either on the center bars of the truss or a part that's outside of those V's where you can really dig your hand in. But throwing or like grabbing truss, I don't think people realize that there are like specific places you want to grab in order to get a good handhold on there. And she's swinging, gets her hand. It looks like she's got a better grip on it, and she gets two hands on there. Come on, Jenny. Traversing her way sideways. She just needs the dismount off of this truss. Look at the fight in this woman right here. Jenny has the most insane endurance I think I've seen of any athlete in Ninja Warrior. And I will go on record saying that that's a fact. Her endurance is incredible. Hands are okay. Climbing up, she's got to go over the river. Standing herself up, eyeing up that ring. She's gonna have to keep her legs up here. Nice job, gets over the river. Now she's got to go through the woods. One of my favorite, she's good. She's good. Getting some coaching advice from Faith on that unstable log. You really want to stay in the middle of it. She's good. Just a little incidental there. Did not knock that pad over, so she is okay. Making her way around. She's got a more stable log on the other side that she can use. Going for a lunge into this unstable one. She can reach her hands out. No, no, no! Falls backwards. She's got time. She can get through this obstacle here. We want to see it. One of my favorite things, I got to go to Croatia this year to watch the 100-meter Spartan, and one of my favorite moments was Jenny taking on and getting to the warped wall in that 100-meter course. It was so cool to watch. She is moving her way. She's trying to get through the woods here. Gonna get home for Christmas. Her balance is insane. She's just got to reach a little bit further. Try not to push that out of the way this time. Standing on top of it. And she's got it. She's a clear on through the woods onto the North Poles now. Only 13 seconds left on the clock. She's determined. Let's go, Jenny. Get through those north poles. Skipping the ring, going right over to the next pole. Time limit finishes, but if she wants to finish this out, finish it, Jenny. We want to see her. Making sure she gets her feet on those poles. Reaching through. Let's go, Miss Jenny. Want to see her get through this North Pole's obstacle to that dismount on the green. Come on, Jenny. Yeah! Incredible run by Jenny. Wow. I'm so incredibly impressed by her run on this course. She was determined the entire time. She did not give up a single moment. Any of those retries, she got right back up on the obstacle. Very impressive. And we've got Lisa up next, coming from Crescent City. We're gonna be at Crescent City in February for one of our comps. Steps on a mat, just misses a direction on an obstacle. No big deal there, doesn't really waste any of her time, any of her strength. Another reason why we like the retries. Sometimes in Ninja, it doesn't come down to like a skill-based or a strength-based. Sometimes it's just remembering the rules of every single obstacle as you're getting through this course. And Lisa is through, WNA wrapped, moving on to our ice skates. Make sure your foot is placed evenly so those don't pop forward or back on you. Press straight down on those ice skates. Oh, almost had it. The skate just pushed back a little bit on her. She knows what it feels like now, so she's gonna get another try to get through our ice skate obstacle. Just gonna push her way forward. Get as close to that second doorknob as possible. Justin over there spotting. We love to see it. 2 foot. Yes, lean forward. Nice job, Lisa. Moving on to down the chimney. We love the determination seeing her do that obstacle, get it the second try, but she knows that it did eat up some of her time, so she's gonna try to fly through the obstacle she's more comfortable with, like this one right here on our rotating truss, looking for that dismount. Nails it. Moving through over the river. Got to keep those legs up, jump out, land on that quad step. Hands and feet are okay. Now she's making her way through the woods. She just jumped out to the punching bag and goes, oh, that's not weighted. So we see why, some of our masters were tipping over or pulling back that second punching bag there. Missteps. Has another shot though. You can see our camera angle. She really's got to go through the woods here. Stepping her way across the logs, trying to get to Grandma's house. You want to keep your foot in the middle of that tilting log if you've never done one like that before. This one tilts forward and back instead of side to side, goes right to the punching bag, gets out of there, and she's on to the North Poles. 2:10 on the clock. She jumps right up, not wasting any time on this obstacle. That might be the smoothest we've seen anybody get through the North Poles this entire weekend so far. And into Santa hats. Each one of these Santa hats must be used. They've got a cliffhanger on the front. Lashane, oh, reaching. Reaching out, great monkey bars, going right to the dismount from Lisa, 1:30 on the clock. Oh, almost gets it her first try. Was going for a little faster approach. Making sure the obstacles reset completely. We got our great reset team here. Shout out to my dad being one of the resetters. Nails it her second try. 1:25 on the clock. to the dismount. She's on our last obstacle. She's got 1:10. She's got plenty of time. Even if she needs a retry on this obstacle. Looks like she's not gonna need it though. She's trying to do a big swing to the green, to a buzzer. And that is a clear for Lisa in 3:30. That puts her in first place overall with 2 runners left to go. Incredible job. We've got Adrian up next, followed by Megan O'Brien. And Adrian is up on Santa's sleigh. We're gonna see Adrian and her daughter. We're gonna see Ava later in Elites. We're gonna see Adrian and Ava at every other WNA comp this season. Huge shout out to both of them for all of their support for the league. And she is moving fast through this course. Her daughter Ava coaching her through right now. Scooting that last one as close as possible. She's got nice long legs, great lunge there, gets off of it her first try. She's going down the chimney now. Making her way down, getting that dismount, no problem. Going over the river. Over the river. Oh no! Hands are okay on that second quad step. If she kind of like puts her feet and then drops down with her hands, she's gonna have an easier time on there, but she gets a retry, knows what it feels like. We're gonna get it this try, Adrian. There it is. She gets over the river a second try. Might have got a little wet there the first time. Dries off, headed now through the woods. Definitely fallen into real water several times in my career. Adrian's going her way now. Through the woods, around the woods on those unstable logs. It's a Warrior Tech special. I've trained on those multiple times in my time here. Quick movement through. Adrian misses the dismount. So she will have to do it one more time. Just a little brain fart there. Forgets that she does have to go around to the tire for her dismount. Again, sometimes it's not, a strength or a skill. Sometimes it's just a remember where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do, what I can and can't use. How am I going to get through this course? And Adrian's getting through again. Now she knows where to go. Around to the tire and a clear. Moving on to the North Poles. Gets right away onto that first pole. Getting some advice from her daughter Ava on the side. Says to take a pull back on there. Can use that pole to pull herself to the green. She's got plenty of time. She's got 2 minutes left on the clock. On now to Santa hats. Getting some advice from her daughter saying that she can monkey bar these. She's got nice long arms, telling her to take a swing and reach and pull back and get to that next one. She gets a good pull. She can go right away to that dismount. And now we've got the peppermints. That first one is on a spinner. The other ones are on springs, and she gets it her first try, moving on to Nightmare Before Christmas. That board is on a magnet. It is also on an auto belay. She decides to pull it down from the starting platform. I really like that beta there, using that reach to reach as high as she can. She's got to get her other hand on there. Oh, might have been too big of a swing. Recalculating what she wants to do here, listening to her daughter, getting some advice. try number 2. I think when she went to pull it down like that, it swung her feet out really far. So much better approach. She's good. No! I thought she was gonna be good on that one. She does get one more try on this obstacle. Come on, Adrian, we know you can do it. You've got the strength to get through this. You've got the time to get through this. Reaching up to that slanted pole. Yes, gets her hand now. She can get her feet. Use your feet, Adrian, use your feet. There it is. She's just got to get down to that green mat. And we love to see a clear on our 3rd try on an obstacle. Goes for the jump. I respect it. She's got 25 seconds. She does have time to clear this obstacle. Reaches out. She can get a big pull. Swing. She's got time. Plenty of time here, Adrian. Get to that dismount. A clear from Adrian at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. That puts her in 2nd place overall on our leaderboard with 1 runner left, which guarantees that Adrian will be in the top 3 and receiving a medal today at our qualifier. And our final runner is going to be Megan O'Brien, coming out of here at Warrior Tech. She placed 1st on our speed course, which means she's the last runner. She knows what she's got to do in order to get that 1st place win here. She's got to beat Lisa's time to the buzzer in order to get 1st and guarantee 1st place overall on our leaderboard. Great control her 1st time through. I feel like I don't want to commentate over that obstacle. I'm just holding my breath every time somebody goes on that one. Building that swing up, reaching to the coat hanger. She's got to reach up, go down the chimney on that rotating truss. Great. Lean forward, making sure she doesn't fall backwards on that dismount. She's eyeing up. She's going to go over the river and through the woods on these next 2 obstacles. Got to keep her feet up here. Hands are okay. Those quad steps with the carpet are like way more slippery than you would think. My feet have slipped multiple times off those. Just going around our trees here, through the woods on this fun, unique balance obstacle. I love the ideas that Warrior Tech came up with here. Getting her hands on top. There are no weights inside of that. Gets through her 1st try. We have a clean run to this point. 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Megan is on the North Poles. Getting her feet on there, reaching out, doesn't need to use the ring. Using that last one, she's just got to pull through her dismount here. Another really smooth approach to this obstacle, pushes herself to the platform. 2:40 on the clock. Full clear so far to this point. No retries have been used, but just a reminder, those retries do not count against the final score. They just eat up your time and your energy. She reaches right away to that 2nd trapeze bar. Sets her hips back. Great pull through to the dismount. Chalk spilled on the ground. That's okay. Moving on. Now, it looks like it's snowing in here from the chalk. Megan's on the Nightmare Before Christmas. She can get her feet up on those bars. Looking for that dismount. That 1st green mat is going to be the dismount here. She's got an entire 2 minutes left. Full clear up to this point. No retries used. If she can get through this obstacle here, she's guaranteeing 1st place on both courses with a full sweep. Great monkey bar, reaches up. Full clear. No retries for Megan O'Brien. That is guaranteeing her 1st place, a gold medal, and a trip to finals at Modus Ninjas in March. Incredible job. We're gonna take a look now at our leaderboard for all of our divisions for today. Ayla taking first in teens, Olivia taking first in young adults, and Megan taking first in our Masters division. Great job. We love to see the fight out of these ladies with their retries on the course. So incredible. Warrior Tech with their amazing course designs that they gave us, our Christmas theme. Shout out to Matt and Justin for their work rigging these obstacles. And everybody here at Warrior Tech, big shout out to Ninja Works for being the timer for the WNA, bringing us our results, our live action. You can follow along with the results on our website, Women's Ninja Association, under the Events tab. From the Women's Ninja Association, my name is Megan Budway, joined by Jen Sanders out on the floor. We have 2 qualifiers left in the season. We also have 2 more events left today. Adults are going to be coming shortly, around 1 o'clock, 12:30 to 1. And we've got Dexterity Depot and Crescent City left. And we've got Elites today. I just mixed all of that together. Hopefully you guys understood what I was saying as I'm trying to wrap up here. Elites are at 3 p.m. today, and then we have 2 qualifiers left in the season. Thank you guys for joining us. I'll see you shortly for our adults.